How's it going, everybody? Let's continue on Friday Bible study, and we will get one verse into chapter 9, but let's finish up Mark 8. And we are in the King James. And he spake that saying openly, and Peter took him and began to rebuke him. But when he had turned about and looked on his disciples, he rebuked Peter, saying, Get thee behind me, Satan, for thou savorest not the things that be of God, but the things that be of men. Jesus was, foretelling his death, and Peter didn't like it. And when he had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, Whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Because we know in Acts 14:22 that we all through much tribulation enter the kingdom. And the great trib is for the church. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, at judgment. But whoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. Not that same, the same. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? I love that Bible verse, by the way. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. And he said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here, is this Judas, which shall not taste death till they have seen the kingdom of God come with the power. No, that's different. So that's talking about that there shall be some of them that stand here which shall not taste death till they have seen the coming of I guess that's when he rises. And I want to look up that word power. Hang on, let me load this real quick. Sorry, I was off loading, but I was coming back to this. So is he talking about the generation? Whosoever there shall be ashamed of my words, adulterous and sinful generation, of him. And verily I say unto you that some of them, I think he's talking about the generation. And this generation is, there's three sets of 14. There's 14, 14, 14, which comes to 42. There's three sets of 14. This is the final set of 14, the final generation. So when you see that word them, I think he's talking about the final generation. And 14 generations and 14 generations and 14 generations Bible verse. So Matthew 1:17, how many generations have there been according to the Bible? What was the 14 generations ago? How many years were the 14 generations in Matthew? So there's three sets of 14s. I guess we can, in the King James of the Bible text reads, so all of the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations, and from David until carrying away unto Babylon are 14 generations, and from the carrying away to Babylon unto Christ are 14 generations. Oh, okay. That's what the 14 generations are. So let's look up that word power, because people would see that and make them think that there's people alive during Jesus' time that will see the return of Jesus. And that's not what it's saying. So let's look up that word power. Let's go to Blue Letter again. And Strength, power, ability. Well, it's the ability to rise from the dead, in my opinion. Inherent power, power residing in the virtue of its nature, power for performing miracles. Yeah, it's what he's saying is there be some of them that stand here, the apostles, which shall not taste death till they have seen the miracle of me rising from the dead. It's as simple as that. And most people do not teach it that way. All right, let's open the book. Let's get into Revelation 13, where it gets into the event that opens the book of Revelation, the deadly wound. If Trump goes down today in the fake staged event where he doesn't really die, but the whole world will think that he has, then the Lord allowed us to read the deadly wound Bible verse, Revelation 13:3. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the names of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. I'm assuming at this point he is possessed. Satan is using his human body as an avatar. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, which that's the white horse of Revelation 6:2, chapter 6, verse 2. And his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. But Jesus did say, unless I cut those days short, no flesh would be saved. So those are just mathematicals. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from before the foundation of the world. So that those names were put in there from before the foundation of the world. And it is said again at Revelation 17:8, which is quite fascinating now that I'm thinking of something. All right. Anyway, to show a correlation, I want to go to Daniel. And I want to go Daniel 7:21 through 7:25, which is Trump Towers, 5 multiple addresses, 7:21 through 7:25 Fifth Avenue. And I beheld the same horn made war with the saints, and shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. So there's the blasphemies and making war with the saints right there. And we just read, and was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and shall wear out the saints. That's what is most important, because when you get into Daniel 11:35, and some of them of understanding, some of the sheep of understanding and wisdom of salvation from the Lord shall fall, to try them and to purge, to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for the time appointed. The robes speak to God how long? Revelation. Yeah, it's Revelation 6:11. So get into Revelation 6:11. And white robes were given unto every one of them. So that is the correlation of to make them white. even to the time of the end, the very end times, because it is yet for the time appointed. And then you go to Daniel 12:10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. Why? Because God has sent them a strong delusion that they will believe a lie, but the wise shall understand because they are sheep. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.